In this video, I'm going to do some routine maintenance and planting. It's just a quick walkthrough of a couple of the tubs in various stages of development. These tubs here are pretty much ready to go. Check out the roots. Use the Kratky still water hydroponic system. Works pretty well and it's easy to do. These three in the front are the lettuce that I'll be planting a little later. Some buckets used to fill up with water to throw in the tubs. I'm just going to move this lettuce out so I'll have an open tub, even though it's kind of old and probably should be used today. You kind of have to carefully pull the roots out so you don't cut them all apart, and the same thing goes when you put it back in another one. Here the solution's considerably lower now that the plants are all harvested. And this leftover liquid is going to be used on some other plants out in the yard and maybe the tomato plants. Here I'm just setting out the new tubs that later I'll fill with water and solution and then plant the lettuce. I fill 5 gallons at a time just for proper measurement. I could do things easier by knowing exactly how much goes in each bin, but this is the method I use. And the 5 gallon mark on these Home Depot buckets is this line, the first line above the handle. But yeah, it takes a while. This is all gravity fed from our catchment. I add 5 gallons of water to each of the bins. Well, technically I add 10 gallons, so 2 buckets per bin before I mix in the solution. That way I know exactly 10 gallons of solution is there. So I start with the concentrate, stock solution A and B. Stock A is a 10-16-38 fertilizer mixed with magnesium sulfate, and the stock solution B is calcium nitrate. They're kept separately. They don't do well if you mix them all together and store them. So A and B solution, and I'm just now mixing 1 ounce per gallon, so 10 ounces of the B solution and 10 ounces of the A solution in 2 separate containers. I also add about 2 tablespoons of baking soda to the tubs because I realized that the water is far too low of a pH. Once I put all the solution in, there's a better way to do pH, but this works and I haven't noticed any issues. One thing I didn't film was that I make a 5-gallon bucket right here and then put 5 gallons worth of solution, which is 5 ounces of each. And then I top off each of the 3 containers. I originally put 10 gallons in and there about 12 is needed, so I just split this one. Again, it's the only way I can get it precise. So here then I just throw the net cups in to see if the level is good, and it is. The net cups that we have a line in the middle, and as long as the solution is halfway from the bottom to the first line, it's good. Yeah, so now we plant out all the seeds in Oasis cubes. So you just break apart the Oasis cubes and kind of just stick them down there and push them down so they're touching the solution. I plant 9 at a time with 8 holes per tub, because almost always one of them won't germinate. These guys have some pretty long roots and could have been planted a little sooner, but this one had a little too much solution, so I'm just taking some out so I don't drown the air roots.